I'm Joe Bologna, and I own Joe Bologna's restaurant, and I'm the owner and general manager. We're at 120 West Maxwell Street in Lexington, Kentucky. Well, we've been in business 39 years altogether. We've been in this location 23 years. Is the longest I've been in one spot. My original place is across the street on the corner of Maxwell and Limestone, which is sort of kitty corner to the front of this building. That was my first business and my first place. In fact, when I started that, it was sort of a hole in the wall that nobody would go into, and a few college kids started coming, and they said, well, we're going to start telling their friends. And we started off only selling 40 pizzas in our first week, and we made our own. We started rolling our handmade breadsticks, which both became a tradition, and it grew at 19% a week from every previous week for 2 years straight.
Wow.
It was an unbelievable, it felt like I worked 10 years. The building was built in 1890. It was originally the Maxwell Street Presbyterian Church. And fortunately, when I first moved in here, well, I didn't move in here, I hired an architect student when I started, and he specialized in historic buildings, and he preserved as much of the original floors, which are a black pine from eastern Kentucky, and kept the walls intact. And the only thing new we put in was this loft area, so we could take care of more numbers and big parties. Upstairs, all tables and chairs. And since we've evolved from a college place to a family place, even though we're on the University of Kentucky campus, probably 90% of our business is local families and tourists that come back every year. Once they stop here, they come back. It's unique, the stained glass windows. You get up in the morning and you see sunrise in them. I enjoy this building. You know, it's not perfect, but nothing ever is. My customers are very loyal to me, and I've just got so many that have been coming over 35 years. I do my own radio commercials, and I have a regular commercial spot that I talk about different customers that have been coming over 30 years. Ashley Judd's father worked for me in '74. One day he was in here talking with me, and Ashley Judd was probably about 9 years old. She was in here with her dad, and I guess she walked around pretending she was waiting tables. It might have been her first acting job. So every time she comes in town, she usually stops by. We do simple things well. The breadstick is a quality product. You can eat it without the garlic butter or marinara sauce. They're pizza dough, basically. But we buy the best bread flour you can buy. They're always coming hot out of the oven. They're always made fresh every day. I make a spingioni that was like my grandparents were Sicilian, and she made a thick crust with anchovies and onions and fresh chopped tomatoes and breadcrumbs on it, and that's one of my favorites. And people that like them love them. I've worked in food service since I was 16 years old. And I'm 67 now, so I've got 51 years that I love cooking, love serving people. I always feel I'm a small part of it. It's a teamwork thing, and I've had very little turnover because I respect employees, they respect me. I've tried looking out for everybody else, you know, and I've had fun doing it, and I'm still enjoying it and having fun now. And I like giving back to the community. Every year I do a free dinner for 200. Italian buffet with lasagnas and pizzas and pastas and meatballs. And that goes to the kids that are trying to raise money to go to missions to help people around the country. There's a homeless thing, it's called Church Under the Bridge, where I feed a dinner for 200 for free to the homeless.
Great.
And any opportunity, I do a catering, I have leftovers, I take it to local places where it can help feed people. There are 5 pizza places around me within a couple blocks. All these young kids said that they looked up to me as the godfather of pizza and that they wanted to be like I was. So I sort of feel honored that they think like that. And now there's a lot of young people developing new things and making it fresh, and I think I hope I help direct people in that way. I've got one daughter that's a teacher and one daughter that's manages 2 days and waits tables 2 days. I think she'll eventually take over, and both daughters will come in and keep it going after I can't work anymore. But my goal is to make it 50 years.